And we're starting to see a movement whereby if you want to get something built, it's getting more and more difficult to actually get a fixed price contract out there. So that also is something out there which is leading to a bit of a change in some of the criteria. Well, hi there again, everybody. Today I just wanted to run through some of the comments which I've been receiving from the likes of mortgage brokers, advisors and real estate agents regarding bank attitudes towards lending to people at the moment. Often in my surveys I'll ask people what they're seeing on the part of banks, and when you think about it, really there isn't information out there generally on how bank lending policies are changing. It's only maybe when you go along to actually talk with a bank, or you're going through your mortgage broker there, that you sort of get some insights into how banks may be altering some of their lending policies. And of course what we're seeing is that there are some changes underway at the moment, and some of these changes come ahead of the December 1st date when the Credit Contracts Finance Act, CCCFA, I think that people describe it, changes, and that basically is going to require that banks get a heck of a lot more assurance that when they undertake a loan to an individual, mortgage, personal loan, that sort of thing, that they definitely have certainty about the income that the person is saying they're going to service the loan with, and about their expenses in particular. In Australia last year, there was a bit of an attempt to pull back on some of this legislation, but that really didn't go anywhere. And here in New Zealand, it is now being strengthened. And so what's happening at the moment is that if you're going along and looking to either get a new mortgage or maybe an extension, extra money, looking to borrow, the banks are looking for some fairly detailed information. And one of the interesting things is that they have tightened up their assessment criteria. And it was put to me, for instance, that if the bank says, well, actually you don't qualify for a loan at the moment, you're spending way too much on going out to cafes, restaurants and bars, etc. If you then say, that's okay, I'm going to change my behaviour, and so I'll come in within the debt servicing limits, some of the lenders are actually saying, well, prove it for 3 months. Change your behaviour for 3 months and then come back to us, and we'll see really if we believe you. So they've tightened up there. Many lenders are also requiring a bit more uncommitted monthly income, so basically spare money sitting there in case extra expenses coming along. And this is something which frankly is going through like a bit of a dose of salts for anybody who is looking to get a mortgage for a new build, to get a property built. I think the rule of thumb for a great number of years has been whatever you're looking at paying for your new house, townhouse, whatever, allow for maybe a 10% buffer. Well, now many lenders are asking or saying you need a 20% buffer. All these supply chain disruptions around the world are pushing up the prices of the materials for the builders, and of course causing a whole lot of delays. And we're starting to see a movement whereby if you want to get something built, it's getting more and more difficult to actually get a fixed price contract out there. So that also is something out there which is leading to a bit of a change in some of the criteria. And also when it comes to LVRs and low deposit lending, just for the moment, while the banks are transitioning from maximum 20% of their lending with less than 20% deposit to 10%, there is some extra tightening up just going through there. That is probably just a temporary thing, but it may last until later this year. And often it manifests itself with the likes of if you're looking to get a low deposit loan, you're not going to be able to shop around as was the case previously. So a bit of a tightening up out there with the bank lending criteria, but of course maybe the big tightening for the next 2 years is more going to come from those interest rates going up, and perhaps by the time you get to see this, the Reserve Bank has in all probability increased its official cash rate. Just note, mortgage rates have already gone up by 0.6 to 1% before the cash rate went up. It's just the way these things go. All the best out there.